Hello everybody and welcome to our new lesson. In our today's lesson, we are going to learn some of HTML codes. And the first code we are going to learn today is the code which we are going to use to enlarge the font size of the text which will appear inside our web page. To enlarge the font size of any text, you have this tag, which is H1. H stands for heading, and it takes a range from 1 to 6, such that H1 is the much bigger size and H6 is the smallest size. Okay, and to type this code, you have to type here the open tag of this code and here the end tag with slash. And between the open tag and the end tag, here we find the text which will be affected by this tag. And in the following example, we are going to learn the difference between all the different size of H to enlarge or to minimize the text size. As follows. First, we have to open Notepad program to type our HTML code. And here we will type the fixed structure of this language, HTML, and we close it. After that, HTML, as we said before, is divided into two main parts, head, and we close this part. After that, the body. We close this tag. And as we said before, the head part includes the title code. So we type here the title. And we can type any tag in one line like this. Okay, and here the title or the text which will appear in the title bar of our web page. We can type here heading codes. Okay, this is the structure of HTML. And to display any text inside the web page, you have to type your tags between the body and the end body section. Here we have the first one is H1. And it refers to the biggest size for the text, okay? And here I will type the text which will be affected by this tag. For example, I will type I am H1 size, okay? To recognize the difference between the different size for this tag. And here we close this tag H1. Okay, let's try H2 size. We type H2 and here the text which will be affected by this tag. Okay, I am H2 size, for example, and here we close this tag. And we can repeat this tag here, H3. Here H3, and we can repeat it for the next size, which is H4, to recognize the difference between each tag of them. And here H5, and the last size is H6, and it's the smallest size for this tag. After we have finished, we have to save our file. From File menu, we click on Save As. And here in the Save As window, we determine where to save our file on the desktop. And here we have to type this, the name of this file. We can name it H, but you have to add the extension HTML, okay? Or heading. Okay, .html. HTML is the extension for our web page, and then we hit the save button. After saving our file, we have to go to the desktop where we saved our file, and we open our web page. This is our web page, which is called heading. We open it and watch the difference between the different size of this tag. Here is the biggest size, which is H1, and here the smaller and the smaller until H6, which refers to the smallest size. Okay, let's go back to our slide again and watch the following tag. The second tag here is the alignment tag. What does this mean? It means the orientation of your text inside the web page. And to determine whether your text will appear on the left side of your web page or in the center or on the right side, you have to use this tag as follows. Here, P stands for paragraph space align, which means the alignment or the orientation of the paragraph equals, and here don't forget to type the double quotation quotes, and here between double quotation quotes you have to determine your orientation. Like this, P align equals center, and here the text which will be affected by the tag, and here we close this tag. Okay, we close the P align tag by P only. Let's have the following example. Okay, here is the structure of our HTML code, and we will type here in the title bar alignment, for example. Okay, let's try them together. The first one, we will type a text which will appear on the left side of our web page. We type the following tag, P space align equals, between double quotation you type the orientation. Let's make it left. Okay, after that you have to type the text which will be affected by this tag. For example, I'll type I am on the left. Okay, and don't forget to close this tag. P align tag is closed by /P only. Okay, and as I said before, you can type the whole tag in one line, or you can type it in 3 lines as follows, like this. Here the open tag, here the text which will be affected by the tag, and here the end tag. Okay, okay. After that we will repeat this tag again, but we will change the orientation. P align equals center to display the text in the center of our web page, and here center, and we repeat it for the last time to notice the difference between the 3 orientation. Here right, okay, on the right. Let's go to save our file, save as, and also I'll name it as alignment. Okay, .html, don't forget. And then we click on save. Let's go to see our web page. How does it look? Okay, where this is our web page alignment. Double click on it and watch here the difference between the 3 orientation. I am on the left because we type this P align equals left. I am on the left. So P align equals left means that the text will be displayed on the left side of our web page. What else? P align equals center, and this text will appear in the center of our page, because the alignment tag here means displaying the text in the middle of our web page. like this. I am in the center. And the last one, I am on the right. Why? Because we used this tag, p align equals right. Okay, I am on the right, and here are the three directions of our text. Okay, by using the p align tag, like this. Okay, p align. Let's move to the next slide and watch the third tag here, which we have in our HTML codes. For inserting an image, we have a very simple tag, which is img space src. What does this mean? It means, or it stands for image source, which means the image is located in this path. So img space source equals, between double quotation quotes, you have to type the file name of the image plus the extension. What is the meaning of extension? It means the type of your file, image file, whether it is JPG or PNG or whatever. So how can I get my extension for our image file? Here, for example, I have this image. I downloaded from the internet, and it's called flag. And here I have another image which is called flower. But here is flower is a file name only. How can I get the extension for this file? You just right click on the picture and choose properties. And here beside the word type of file, it shows you the extension of your image file. And here the extension is JPG. So how can I insert this picture inside my web page? Let's go back to our notepad program and try to type the code for inserting an image, which is img src equals the full name for the image, which means the file name dot extension. Okay, and you can notice here for inserting an image, this tag has no end. Here in the body section of this code, we are going to insert the tag for inserting the image, which is img space src equals, if you remember, the name of our image file is flower right.jpg. Between double quotation, we type flower.jpg, which refers to the extension. And we save our file and we give it the name pic.html or image, okay, image.html, because our web page .html refers to our file is an web page. And then we hit the save button and we go to watch our page here, the image. We double click on it and you can notice here that the image file is inserted inside our web page. Okay. If you'd like to insert the flag image, how can I insert it? I go back to our notepad and I can type the same tag img space src equals, here I must change the name of my image and change it into flag.jpg. Okay, and you save the changes, file and save, and go back to watch our page. And if you notice here, they are both displayed in one line. If you'd like to put them in two lines, okay, you can go back to your notepad program and you just add here BR tag. BR means what? Means that this image will be in one line and then you move to the next line and add the next image, which is the flag. And don't forget to save the changes. And go back to my web page. Keep your eyes on these two pages and I refresh the page and you will notice that they are on 2 lines. Okay, let's go again to our slide and watch the last tag here, which is determining the size of the image. As you saw here in our web page, we inserted the image with its own size, and we do not changing its size, whether the height or the width of the image. What happens if you would like to change the size of any image? You type the same tag that we have used previously in the previous slide to insert the image. img src equals file name dot extension. But you have to add this part only, the height and then the width. What is the meaning of the height? You add just a number for the height or the width. And this number can be by units, to add any number like this, 450, and it means 450 units. Or you can add it by percentage, as we are going to watch in the following example. Here we will insert the flower image only, for example, and here is the tag for inserting the image, img space src equals flower.jpg. Just you have to add the height, okay, equals, for example, 300 units, space width equals also 300 units, and we save the changes and we go back to our web page, and you look at the flower image to notice the difference or the changes of its size. Look, the height and the width of the flower is changed. And as I told you, we can type the height and the width by units or by percentage. How can I type it by percentage? We can type 50%, and here also 50%. For example, you can change it as you like. What does this mean? 50% means that the height of the flower image will be of the size 50% of the browser window, and also the width will be 500 percentage of the window of our web page or the browser. Let's have a look. We save the changes and we go back to our web page, and keep your eyes on this image, and you will notice that the size will be changed, okay, like this. The height is 50% of this total height, and also the width is 50% of this web page. Okay, thank you for your watching, and that's all we have for our today's lesson. Thank you and goodbye.